This is a video of a ranked game I won. Keep in mind though, at the time of recording, I was only in diamond, so these guys aren't the best players. But yeah, I'm gonna narrate this and see if this helps anybody. This guy landed with me. I got the loot, but he just dipped, and I wasn't gonna full push that. So I just go ahead and take my shields because I have full shields. I need. Now at this point, I think everyone in this area heard this and noticed it, but there's a bunch of people gliding outside and they're not moving. So we all just kind of start murdering these AFK people, getting some free kills. But then I start trying to look to see where the other people were who were shooting, and see if I can't try to nab a kill off one of them. He grabs the loot, I can't hit him. Now this guy doesn't know where I'm at, so I just kind of let him go by me. And, you know, there's no point in fighting a fair fight, we can have a sneaky one, so I start crouching here. Not crouching, you know what I'm saying. I know he's trying to go for that chest, I'm just waiting for him to go for it. And I'm gonna shoot him with my pump. I bet. I hard whiffed that. I meant to switch my pistol, but it wasn't in the right slot. But I did crack him, so I won the engagement. He just kind of was able to escape because I definitely fumbled that fight. I ended up trading my minis for my splashes, just because splashes go better with everything. Minis you have to take up first, whereas with splashes and bigs I can just pop them on in whatever order I want. Minis really don't combo well with other shields. And then up here I ended up trading my one big for a Jizz for similar reasons. It combos better and there's more shields in it, and it also acts as a mobility, which I kind of need with this loadout. I managed to hit him and deal some light to him, so I tried to push him. I hear them fighting beneath me, so I'm trying to kind of find an angle. He breaks that ceiling halfway for me, so I know where they're at. Clean that up. And he's determined to use that shield, so I'm just gonna spray this. There's no reason I can't lose. At this point, I'm almost certain Castle Doom is cleared. So I'm just kind of looking around here, doing a little bit of looting before I kill the final boss. I ended up being shot at. This place is a pain to build on. I hear him dropping, so now I'm trying to take advantage of the fact that I have a better position than him and push him from up top. I thought he was going to go up the zip line for a second, so I kind of just aimed there for a bit. I'm not sure if you noticed. I hear shooting, but I don't know where exactly he's at. But then I hear him start shooting the boss, which is possibly the dumbest thing he could have done, because at this point, visual sound effects don't pick up AIs until you shoot the boss, and now he can't tell which ones are them and which one's me. So I know for a fact that, like, I can kind of run around a little bit more freely, and he can't do anything about it. He only has one tile above, or one ceiling, and I just jump down there, go for the kill. he does end up getting out, so it's a little bit of this chasing game. I have one shot my gatekeeper, but I'm just trying to find an opening, and I end up finding it before I have to reload. This, you can see me kind of linger on that golden sovereign a bit. It's an honest trade, which one you want. I end up choosing the gatekeeper just because it is better at finishing a kill in a box, but you do have to hit all your shots. But I am getting a little bit later towards the game, and I know that I can always try to mod it at this point if I can find a mod bench. I end up lingering a bit longer than I should, but I dropped my AR for the dual pistol since I already have the Monarch pistol, and I'm here, so I'm gonna end up getting a mythic one anyways. Oh. I'm gonna end up killing this guy real quick. He has a medallion. Because they're siphoned in the game, it may not be the best, but it's pretty dang good. Like, the one that lets you see through walls is better in a lot of ways, but being able to heal 100 off of a kill helps a lot. Now, the one where you turn invisible when crouching is borderline useless, except, like, you know, the zero mats in-game where you're kind of just crawling around. But I did get one of the better medallions for sure. I am doing a little bit more looting, kind of searching around. I don't like staying in these mythic spots after I've shot the AIs, because it's hard to use visual sound effects at that point, and I'm not trying to get snuck up on, especially when I, like, get snuck up on by someone who I was ignoring their footsteps to. It kind of sucks. So I end up killing these guys, and then I end up kind of leaving the location. End up fast forwarding here. I end up hearing shots. So I'm gonna start pushing those because I'm trying to play pretty aggressive here. I only have 2 splashes though, so I do loot this chest before pushing, just to check. Because I know this is a vault fight, and vault fights can take a little bit. And he's gonna definitely have more heals down there than I would. Now, I hear footsteps to my left, and it kind of trips me up. I thought there was someone on the hill for a second. Whenever you're doing a vault fight, you want to be careful, make sure you don't get third-partied, which is why I'm building in hard mats. I'm making sure I get everything pretty layered. I own all these walls, and then it's a slow push down there. He does a mistake. He places the ramp and he moves off to the side, so I can take that wall pretty safely. I end up trying to go for that, but don't break the ramp in time. So now I just kind of claim space. He's stuck in that nook. If I take that wall, I can move through here and just start taking spots. And unfortunately, his drone is just freaking selling him through the wall, so I know pretty much exactly where he's at. I have metal walls now, so I can lock him in, or I can block all those out if I need to. Again, that's just more options. Now, it's just a matter of killing him, and I have all the angles. I control everything. He ends up jumping into that tile, which is another bad decision. I hold that because I know I need that wall. And then get a little bit of free damage there. You can take these kinds of fights slowly because you can't lose, but then I hear footsteps on the outside and realize I've kind of got to wrap this up. So I closed it, and I try to finish that fight up as quick as possible. Again, the 100 damage siphon means that I didn't lose anything. I thought about blocking him out, but again, I'm surrounded by heals and max mans. Like, again, I can't really lose this fight. So I'm just chilling. At this point, I hear that he placed the metal wall. In fact, I'll go over here to check it in a second. But yeah, you can see it right there. So I have nothing but time. I can chill at this point. Mod my guns and whatnot. Modding your gatekeeper to get the extra mags or mag ammo is the most important mod in the game. That just needs to happen every time you find a mod bench if you're carrying a gatekeeper. Gatekeeper immediately becomes miles better than almost any other gun when you add those extra 2 bullets to it. You notice I'm kind of lingering on these blue augs. They are technically like, a smarter person would have grabbed them over the Mythic Pistol, but I just wanted to kind of do cool stuff with the pistol. It's the only reason I'm keeping it. Now is the slow advancement out of the freaking tunnel. I'm trying to be careful, make sure I claim everything as I do it. As I get this wall low, you'll notice I start making it to where he can't just drop on top of me, because I wasn't sure he was on top of the cone, which is why I immediately, or on top of the ramp, which is why I tried to place a cone. But he's just being weird, so at this point I'm, again, breaking it out. It's a long, slow process, because I'm trying not to let him jump on me. The last thing I want to do is have me brain dead and mind that, and he ends up just falling on top of me. I kind of set myself up to where now I'm just 180 away from doing a Martaz if I have to, for the same reason. You want to make sure you're being careful during these. You don't want to just mindlessly pickaxe it and then he not replace the wall and just jump at you. Which I believe is what ends up, yeah, you can see him moving through the wall. I see that's what's going to happen. And so I try to get ready for that. He ends up placing it. I do that. I'm not gonna lie, I definitely fumble that, but I did crack him. So, I won the engagement. I ended up taking a big so as not to use my splashes right here. Splashes are all about being quick with your heals, and I have no need to rush this fight. I end up closing that floor beneath me so that if I double edit down, it doesn't get weird if I like, accidentally do 2 diagonal edits and you just can't fall through. I have this, so I'm just, again, trying to be careful and slow about it. I'm building a metal because I don't want him to just spray down on top of me. I know he's using a Stark rifle, but I don't know if he's also carrying an SMG with that. I'm waiting before I edit that just to make sure that there's some health to it, basically. This is why I'm kind of taking this fight pretty slowly. Set myself up for a Martaz. He doesn't end up taking that. But this is still the same box I made earlier, so I actually own this brick wall. Again, I'm taking this fight pretty slowly, making sure I don't make a fumble here. Making sure I own things that I need to own. But eventually I just end up... He tries to go down here, actually. Alright, and then I end up just jumping out, because at this point I need to make this a fight. I can win most fights as long as they're fair. But, of course, as soon as I get out, I run, or he runs away, and now we both need to head towards zone. I see splashes, which I'm always going to grab. Fast forwarding to when zone's closed, I end up trying to make my way to the edge here. As a general rule, whenever you're posting up, you always want to make sure you're next to something you can farm for mats. So I go ahead and post up next to this tree and farm it to fill up some of my wood. He ends up shooting at me, and he really wasn't protecting himself super well. I blocked some stuff behind me, and I do end up tagging this guy a few times, cracking him pretty badly. Now, he hits me for a bunch, but he's not pushing, so I'm not going to use my splashes. You really only want to use splashes when someone's actively pushing you, because they're the fastest heal. I try to hit him. I miss. And then I do hear someone come up behind me, so then I finish off that box there. He ends up pushing the wall. I'm making Eddie here for a shot, but it honestly wasn't, like, if we're being honest, it was not a good edit. I could have gotten more damage off if I did a peanut butter edit or something. I end up trying to, I place the cone there and then try to finish off the shields here. Because I know he's trying to get in my box. I end up expanding, because as a general rule in box fights, you always want to have more space to work with. Then he drops and tries to just jump in, and he's placed the ramps behind him. So I let him, because now he just jumped into my box. That was a horrible trade for him. At this point, it's just clean up. And because I have the medallion, it's plus 100 shields. I'm fine at this point. As a general rule, someone places a ramp behind themselves to try to phase into your box. If you can do what I do there and just jump out and go to a sidewall, that's always a good idea. They box themselves in your box. It's
super bad idea for them if you're able to do a switch there. Now I'm just kind of running over the loot and seeing what else there is. I'm pretty happy with my heal situation here. So you just kind of wait for the next phase of the game. I'm also looking at the metal. I don't see any brick, but I do see extra metal to build with, so I just kind of expand in the general direction with metal, because I have a bunch of extra of it. Make sure I block my top so it doesn't spray in. You always want to reload your... It's not as important once you get these sand mag, but you want to try to keep your gatekeeper of all weapons more reloaded. I'm trying to block off the direction we're being sprayed on, but I do want to kill this man. Because I was sure at the time, and I ended up being right, but he is the medallion guy. Pop on a few splashes. I do want to save some, because it looks like I might get caught in zone, and I need to use them as whites. I ended up managing to grab the kill. Now, I really want to grab that medallion down low, especially because now it's in-game. I'm going to be able to see pretty much everyone at a time if I grab it. But zone is behind me, so I am able to grab the medallion, get a little bit of a refresh. But you can tell zone is definitely eating at me, and I need this kill. I need to get the siphon off it. I need to get this 100 health off him, or I'm going to die. So I kind of have to make a clutch play here. I end up dealing enough damage. He dies to Storm. If he hadn't died to Storm, I would have shot him right there. He couldn't build walls. That's the only reason he was exposed. And now I'm definitely hurting, but I've got splashes, I got medkits, and I'm closer. So with that kill and with the 100 health siphon, it definitely was what kept me alive right there. Post up in the hard mats, and then I'm taking my medkit, kind of waiting for zone to close and start the next phase of this game. Reloading all my crap. And now I'm just going to go ahead and make an early run to zone. I know there's a guy down over there because of my medallion, so I'm looking in that general direction. And then on the hill up here in front of me, I do end up seeing someone building. So I'm trying to use this hill right here to out LOS that guy. So then I only have to pay attention to the one who I saw in my medallion earlier. And can kind of make a run to a zone and post up in hards. Again, using all this rock and this side of this hill to out LOS that building. I end up building up, trying to take some territory. He ends up taking height. I'm not super concerned about it because I'm just posting up for zone. You can kind of take these slowly. I'm not trying to lose my scalp for that. Especially because I didn't have any shields. Now, I am building in wood here. I'm kind of trying to bait him to jump down on top of me because I do have a gatekeeper, and you know, the gatekeeper is the perfect get out of my box gun. But every time my medallion scans, it just gives me all the information I need about these situations. I'm also able to conserve my hard mats by using wood. Again, kind of building a little bit less protected, see if he tries to jump down on me. He doesn't really end up, but I end up looking for an angle. When he does jump down here, it's just free damage. Bang. And then I try to get a cone up there. He ends up going one layer higher. But at this point, it's just bring out the creative builds. I need to kill this man. I cannot allow him to stay alive above me. And we end up grabbing him up real quick. Take the refresh. At this point now, it's just me and one other guy. And he's hiding behind a tree, which I took at this point to mean he's out of mats. So I'm kind of overbuilding on him, playing super safe. I have mats and he doesn't. There's no reason for me not to play weird at this point in the game. Or at least I think he has no mats. Taking taps. Again, overbuilding as long as I'm being safe. I whiff those shots, let's be honest there. He's trying to get an angle by using that. He does end up building a little bit, but he would have been building before if he had mats, so I know for a fact I have an advantage here. Now it's a matter of just punishing him for not having mats. So there's that. Now, it wasn't the highest kill game, but a little bit of that was spent down in a vault. But I do hope that that helps. And I do hope you guys enjoyed that. Give me any feedback on future videos like this if you want me to keep doing just like creative clips or challenges, or if you just want me to show like narrate victories and things like that. But you guys have a good one.